Alright, this is the 4x4 foot by 3/8 plate that I'm going to make a table out of for outside work. We have some holes which I may or may not fill, but this is the top side. I have a nut to remove on the bottom side, and I want to clean up the top side. I kind of wire wheeled this already. This is where I was working on that vise, but it's not real flat. It's got a hump over on this side and a little bit on that side. This edge and this edge look fairly good. Alright, she's down and flat and tight all the way around. Eye protection, breathing protection, hearing protection, hand protection, coat on. It's worth it to protect yourself. Putting these on. Now this one here, I added 1 5/8 of an inch piece off of the other end. So I had 2 pieces the same length. This is all I have of this stuff. We'll check it for square. Well, I'll tell you right now, it's flatter than it used to be. This was what, an inch, inch and a quarter up here. Now it's about 3/8 of an inch. Maybe an eighth or less. Back there it's almost 0. This here is almost 0. Down to about an eighth now that I undid it. And almost 0. So, way flatter than it was. Now I thought about trying to put a little reverse bend in it. You know, put a small rod down the middle each way and trying to bend it, that counter bend it and then weld it. I was thinking about doing that, but this is going to be probably flat enough, more than I'll need. That's awesome. All right, the legs are tacked in still, and now I'm making the shelf part. This is an angle iron in here, the 2-inch angle iron by, I think it's 3/16 thick, and we'll have a shelf, the flat surface here, all the way around. Give me about 24 inches of clearance in here in this space, and it'll be good. I just have to clean off the galvanize off the legs, and we'll weld them in. All right, we're all set up, cleaned up, and flat. That's from the table. I measured from the table, 24 inches from the table. And it's pretty square. The sides are parallel, but we're off about a 1/4 inch or so, roughly 3/8 of an inch in squareness. But, this is just going to be a shelf. We'll probably get some metal type thing to go on there, maybe some sheet metal or some expanded metal or something like that. But this will work good. So I'm ready to weld. We'll go around and tack all that, and then I can weld the legs, finish weld everything. All the clamps are removed. It's all tacked in place and feels very solid, just tacked in place now. So now we'll go around and do all the finish welding, legs to the table and all the support for the shelf here all the way around. All right, that's all the clamps, and it's a 1/4 inch on each of these corners here and over there, right in there. It's not an inch or an inch and a half about what it was even, so that's awesome. And for what it's going to be used for, this is like perfectly flat. Well, this is a good location. It's about ready to snow, so I'm going to have to stop here for today. So this has been 3 days building this. This corner is going to have a leg vise. The corner over here will have a cheap machinist type vise that spins. You know, it has pipe jaws and regular jaws. That will go in that corner. And then I also have a pipe vise, which I'll probably drill some holes for that to mount that if I want to use that for out here. But boy, it's a heavy table. Now these legs are full of concrete. That's what you get when you get people want to give away stuff, right? So I chipped out about 3/4 of an inch of concrete out of the end before I welded it, and on both ends. Eventually I'll cut some pads for the bottom of the feet. Cut those on the plasma tables, cut some disc out. So do that, and we'll weld some feet on the bottom. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, follow, hit that notification bell like everyone says in their videos. Subscribing is free. So anyway, please do all that stuff. Merry Christmas to everybody. And right now we're waiting on the first snow of the season. It might happen tonight. It feels like it's going to happen right now, but we know a few miles away it is snowing, so we might get something. Anyway, Merry Christmas to everybody, and we'll get the vices on here after this weather passes in a few days, and I'll just do a separate video and we'll get those vices mounted. So great, gonna be a great table. Great table. It's pretty flat, so it's good enough for outside, and I'll get it kind of leveled up here. It's really got the slope here because of the ground, so we'll get that all fixed up. So thank you guys, and thanks for watching.